Are you looking for ways to improve the buggy, broken retail system in The Sims 4? Well, I was too. Thankfully, some new mods have been released recently that really help improve the experience. Today, I'm testing out and sharing with you several mods, both new and old, that I think make the retail experience better in The Sims 4. Now we can ring our customers up at the register instead of using the tablets. Your Sims can keep the items they buy when you're not playing them, and a lot more. So let's get started. This first mod is the one I am so very excited about. So in my previous video about The Sims 4 retail, where I compared it to The Sims 2 Open for Business, I lamented that my Sims could not keep the items that they purchased in their inventory if you weren't actively playing them. This modder named Sweet Lilia, I'm so sorry, I hope I'm saying that right, saw the video and created a mod that would do just that. I tested it for her for a while, and then she released it on her Patreon to the public. And there are a couple versions you can get here. You can get just the regular version or the version if you have Snowy Escape. There's also a compatibility match with the new Ring Up at Register mod. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about that now before I test both of these together in the game. So this mod was just released last week on Mod The Sims. It's called Ring Up Customers at Register. So now your customers will line up at the register and your Sim can ring them up just like we did in Open for Business. They no longer stand around and wait for you to come to them with a tablet to ring them up. Now, it's a very simple mod, but it just adds a little touch that I really like. The customers do line up in a line and actually walk forward towards the register, and I'm gonna demonstrate this for you in the game. Here we are in the game at Patty Wax Emporium, which is now owned by Eric Lewis in my game. As you can see, we have a line of customers at the register and they're all ready to check out. He's already in the middle of checking out Bess Sterling. Now, Eric works alone in the store. He doesn't have any help. He is the sole owner and employee of Patty Wax Emporium. So he does all the work himself. So he just checked out Bess. It tells you what she bought for 506 simoleons, and then the next Sim steps forward in line. I'm going to click on her and choose Ring Up at Register. If you choose Ring Up Customer, he may go ahead and use the tablet. So I always make sure I click Ring Up Customer at Register. He says hello, and then he begins to ring up the customer. Then he says goodbye, she takes her item, and she leaves. Now, this is very simple, but it really does add a nice touch. To me, it's more realistic than them just standing there waiting on the employee to come and ring them up. Now, keep in mind, Eric is the sole employee, so I have to manually have him ring everybody up. And this is a problem with The Sims 4 retail itself, not a problem with the mod. The mod is great, the mod is doing its best. But unfortunately, there's no way for me to set Eric to just stand here and ring up customers. I have to do it one by one manually. So the next customer comes to the front. I click on her and click up Ring Up Customer. He says hello. He does his little animation and he rings her up. So this is how the mod works, and it works very well. It works very smoothly. The animations are nice. They're just a nice little wave, and then the customer, I'll get over here so you can see how the customer grabs her item and moves along. Now, one thing that I would like, and this is again, not a flaw with the mod, but just something I would like in general, is for the Sims to actually like have a bag in their hand like they do in The Sims 2. They just walk up to the register and they have no items in their hand or anything. I guess we just have to imagine that part. Like so much of The Sims 4. Okay, so the next customer's moving forward. We're going to click Ring Up at Register, and he's going to continue on. Now, the customers will browse around and look at the items for sale, and then whenever they find something they want to buy, they'll grab it and come to the register. One thing that irks me, and again, this is Sims 4 retail, is that sometimes you'll have Sims who just walk onto the lot and tell you they're ready to check out before they even get inside the store, and then they walk directly to the cash register and stand there. And this happens in a completely unmodded game as well. The Sim will be walking up the sidewalk. You'll get a little pop-up that they're ready to check out, and they walk directly in and just stand there. Like they haven't even had a chance to look at the goods yet. So that's a little bit bothersome to me, but that's just part of the Sims 4 buggy ass retail system. And I'll see if we can find an example of that as I play. So this is whenever it actually works well. This sim here is looking at these little toy robots, and I got a pop-up that says, what choice, what value, I'm ready to buy when you get a chance to ring me up. Okay, so now she's walking over to the register and she's ready to go. I wish there was a way to make her like actually pick up the item, or at least like a box or a bag in her hand to simulate that. But right now we don't have that. This is the best we've got. Okay, so here's an example of what I was talking about. I just got a pop-up that says, what choice, what value, I'm ready to buy when you get a chance to ring me up. I looked in the store and I do not see this sim in the store looking at any items. And I look down the street and here she is. She's ready to buy. She hasn't even stepped foot in the store yet. Maybe she looked online or in a catalog. That's what I'm gonna have to tell myself to be able to work with this. That she already knew what she wanted when she was on her way to the store, and she's just gonna walk straight into the register and tell Eric what she wants. Here's another sim that just did the same thing. She knew what she wanted to buy before she even got inside. Another feature with this mod, you can click on the register, go to customers. You can call ready customers to register. So if for some reason everybody's not at the register when they should be, you can call everybody who's ready to shop to the register and they'll all come get in line. I haven't really had to use that feature because my Sims have just been getting in line like they're supposed to. This Sim just cut in line. For some reason, sometimes the Sims will cut in line, and the Sims who are being cut in front of don't really seem to mind. So I just ring up the first person every time in line. Overall, I'm really happy with how this mod works. Sometimes the Sims will stand inside of each other, and I think that's just because we've kind of run out of room for them to stand. So you might want to have a lot of space for your Sims to stand in line if you get a lot of customers in your store. And then there's the fact that we have to actually manually bring them up if we don't have an employee. That's just part of the retail system though, not a fault of the mod. Now we've had several Sims come into our store and actually purchase things, so I'm going to show you what I'm most excited for. Oh god, honey, that's your randomly generated winter outfit. Ooh. All right, well, here we are in the household of the Sim who just purchased an item at our store. Whenever I open up her inventory, look here, we have Gonk. She just purchased this item at our store. I can see Mikey, that's how I say that name. I'm so sorry. I know that's probably not correct. Has just purchased a Gonk for 31 simoleons, and now the Gonk is in her inventory. And sometimes if you can't find an item in their actual inventory, you can look in the household inventory and it will be there. Some items go into the personal inventory, some go into the household. This is one of my biggest problems with The Sims 4 retail is when I wasn't playing one of my families, I wanted them to be able to shop without me. And actually, whenever they purchase things, for it to be in their inventory when I got back to their household. So now with this mod, it has been fixed and they do keep everything that they purchase. Now there is a limitation. This only works if you are playing the store as the owner. As of right now, if you are playing the store as a shopper, your Sim goes into a store, buys something, and there are other Sims around, other of your playable Sims who also buy something, the item won't go into their inventory. It only goes into their inventory if you are currently the owner of the store. So I hope in the future the mod creator might be able to work that out, but right now I'm just really happy that we can get it to work this much, especially because I really love to run businesses in my neighborhoods. So I know there are people out there who actually don't like this, which I was surprised to find out on my last video, but some of you guys said that you didn't like your Sims to purchase things without you when you weren't there. So just leave this mod out and use the ring up at register if you want a little bit more realism, but you don't want that much realism. Personally, I like to use them both together. If you want to use the retail shoppers keep their bought stuff together with ring up customers at register, if you want to use both of them, you'll have to use a compatibility patch at the time that I'm making this video. Now this might change over time, which is why I'm not going to go into it too much here, but if you scroll down to the bottom of the post, there is a compatibility patch that you'll need to put in your overrides folder, and there are more instructions on how to do that here, so just read everything carefully. So the next mod that I want to talk about is Little Miss Sam's Retail retail overhaul. I've been using this one for a while before I found the other two mods, and it helps a lot. It allows you to hire certain employees and gives a better shopping experience as a customer. I mostly use it to hire certain employees. It also has a couple of additional add-ons you can get, such as allowing you to buy pet toys and pet treats via registers as a customer, and allowing you to buy Jungle Adventure camping supplies via registers. Back at Pattywax Emporium, things are getting crazy, and Eric here can really use some help in the store. So he wants his wife to come and help him. If you just had an unmodded game, you would be able to hire your spouse as an employee to come work in the store. But with Little Miss Sam's mod, you can. So what I'm going to do is click on the register and choose Add Trait. Now I'm going to get a list of all the Sims in town who don't currently have a retail worker trait. I'm going to choose Alice Spencer Kim, Eric's wife. She now has been given a trait that makes her eligible to become a retail employee. I'm going to click on the register again and choose Manage Employees. Eric's going to go up to the register. I guess he hires his employees through the register. I don't know. And now in our list of employees that are available for hire, Alice is going to show up here because we've given her that special trait. So I'm going to hire her, and she's going to show up at the store in uniform, ready to work, and I'll be able to assign a task to her. So here she is, just coming onto the lot wearing her work uniform, which you can change if you want. And I'm going to have Eric select her. Why did Eric just randomly put on a turban? I don't know. Okay. Sims 4, oh lord. I'm going to click on her and choose Assign Work Task, and I'm going to have her restock the sold items while Eric does the checking out. Now here's a place where I find that The Sims 4 fails, and that is that my employees almost never do what I tell them to do. I think this is just a core problem, so I tend to hire family members so that I can specifically have them do the jobs that I wanted them to do automatically. So he's assigning her the job. He's telling her, hey, I need you to go and stock for me while I check customers out. And she's like, sure, I'll do that. But then she just stands there and doesn't move. So instead, I will have to send her over to the store and have her actually restock. What are you doing, people? Why is there trash everywhere? Oh, I think they're getting mad because I'm not ringing them up. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to have her come over here and restock, and I'll just have to have her manually do this. I find that The Sims 4, you really have to micromanage your stores so much more than you did in The Sims 2. If you want to keep everything running smoothly. So I'm going to send him back to the register, and we're going to call all the ready customers to the register, and we're going to start ringing up the customers while making sure that Alice is restocking the goods. One thing I can say is that the Sims 4 retail is much more challenging. Another benefit of this mod is we have a new option. If we click on an employee and choose Assign Work Task, we can choose Enable More Tasks. This adds an extra hidden buff to the employee that makes them ring up customers and interact with customers more than they already would. And it's supposed to help with the way the employee just stands around and doesn't respond to their work tasks or do anything. So we'll see if it's actually going to help here. I just had Eric assign her to restock items, and I did not send her over there to restock on her own. She just went over and started doing it as soon as I enabled the more tasks. So if you're having the same problem with your employees not doing their jobs, definitely get Little Miss Sam's retail overhaul and make sure you enable more tasks on your employees. Little Miss Sam's retail overhaul mod also fixes the problem we had with not being able to assign the actual lot owner a work task. With her mod, we're able to set the lot owner as an actual employee instead of just owner. So once we have enough retail perk points to hire an additional employee, which I have now, and then we go to manage employees, we've now unlocked another slot and we can unlock another employee for our retail store. But we want to hire Eric himself. And in order to do that, he can't be on the current lot, and we have to give him the special retail trait. So we're going to let Alice here take care of that. We're going to send Eric home to take a break. Go on home, Eric. Go take a break. Alice is going to take over here. And Alice is over here just working her butt off ever since I enabled those extra tasks. Now I'm going to have her go to retail employees, add trait, and we're going to add the trait to Eric. He's safe and sound at home taking his break now. And then we're going to go and have her manage employees. Because she is also a member of the family, we can do this because we can control her. And then we are going to hire Eric now that he has the special trait. All right, now Alice and Eric are both considered employees of the store, even though they also own the store. This is so helpful because now we can set specific tasks for them and just let them sort of go about their business. It makes running retail stores so much better. I find this works best if you're running a family business because you can use the different family members to assign tasks to the other family members because they can't do it for themselves. Alice is going to select Eric and choose assign work task. We'll just assign him to ring up customers. Now, unfortunately, whenever I select Eric and try to do assign work task, I don't have the extra tasks enabled like we did on Alice. See, Alice has the disable more work tasks or enable them. So we don't have that on Eric, and I don't know if that's because he's the lot owner, but I have had this problem on all my businesses. My lot owners, I haven't been able to do that for. In the mod description, it does say you can enable more tasks for certain employees, but it doesn't really explain why or what those are. But that's okay because we can have Alice cleaning and stocking and doing all that. And then we just have to watch over Eric and make sure that he is ringing up these customers. There is some kind of flaw in the Sims 4 system where Sims just stand there forever and don't actually do the tasks that they're assigned to do without this mod. I don't know why that is or why that can't be fixed, but it's a big problem and it makes running a retail store very difficult. You basically have to mod it. And then for your employees that you can't enable those extra tasks on, you just have to micromanage them. There's no way around it that I've been able to find. So far, this is as smoothly as I have been able to run a retail store. The 3 mods that I've shown you so far work wonderfully and they all work together as long as you install them properly. But you're also going to need 2 additional mods that don't necessarily have to do with the retail store, but just with the simulation lag. First of all, you're going to need Seriously Sims simulation lag fix. And this will help fix the problem of your Sims just standing there and doing nothing for hours on end, as we saw in my first retail video where I didn't have any mods in, and your Sims will just stand in place doing nothing for hours before they do the actual action that they're supposed to do. That is a big problem. It wastes a lot of time. It makes the game basically unplayable for me. I don't know about you, but I would highly recommend that you get this simulation lag fix. Even if you're not playing retail, everybody should have this fix in their game. Even if you have no other mods, please get this. And I recommend you use that in conjunction with the simulation unclogger by TurboDriver. This detects when a sim causes the simulation to get stuck, rendering the game unplayable, and attempts to fix it. If you've ever encountered all of the Sims in the game completely freezing because of someone doing their homework or playing chess, this mod should help. These 2 mods together basically put a stop to that freezing, stopping behavior where your Sims do nothing for hours and then do one interaction and then do nothing for hours. That makes running a retail store or even playing the game so awful. I can't say it strongly enough. You need both of these mods. Whether you're playing retail or not, please get both of these. Once you have all these mods in place and everything set up in your game as I've shown you, then you can have a relatively smooth retail experience. It's not perfect by any means, not even close. Not even close to as good as The Sims 2 Open for Business, but if you just want to play The Sims 4 and you want to have some retail businesses, this is a way that can make it more fun, or at least make it work better. So now, of course, it's time. I want to hear from you. Do you use any of these mods for your retail system in The Sims 4? Do you even play retail, or was it just too buggy for you to even bother? And do you think these mods will help you have a better experience? If you haven't ever tried them, go download them, try them out, and let me know what you think. They have definitely made things much better for me, so I want to hear how it's working out for you, or if you are encouraged by this, or if you still think that no matter what, The Sims 4 retail is just crap, even with mods. Tell me your opinion. Let me know down below. My name is Cindy, and I will see you with a new video very soon. I'm off to go build some retail stores. Thank you for watching.